Continuing from the previous episode 450. Bold human beings dare to forcibly break into the Medusa tribe in our desert of death. You will pay the price for this action of yours. The woman snorted coldly, and then the majestic killing intent in the sky instantly emerged, forcibly forcing that Mu Chenfeng into a corner. It won't be so unfortunate. As soon as you come in, you will meet the strong snake people in the early days of the 8-star Do-D. Mu Chenfeng felt bitter. He had just used the special power of the wind attribute, and could have temporarily hidden himself in the space. His breath was discovered by the snake man, and this was what puzzled Mu Chenfeng the most. And what makes Mu Chenfeng feel strange is that the snake man in front of him should obviously be a strong man in this tribe, and his strength has actually reached the initial stage of the 8-star Do-D. But, it's exactly what I want. Mu Chenfeng also understands that this is one of the 9 major tribes of Medusa after all, and the strong are like clouds, and the strong snake people in the early days of the 8-star Do-D are enough to delay him. A lot of time, in order to save time, Mu Chenfeng did not dare to stop. After Mu Chenfeng finished speaking, he gently put down the woman in his hand, and then smiled at the snake-human strong man in the early stage of the 8-star Do Emperor in front of him. At this moment, Mu Chenfeng muttered to himself, the strength of the 8-star Do Emperor in the early stage should be considered an extremely powerful existence in this tribe, and he should know the existence of the temple. Originally, I just wanted to take advantage of this 6-star Do Emperor's little boy. It would take a lot of effort for the girl to draw out the strong men of the snake people, but how could it be so easy? Mu Chenfeng laughed. After speaking, Mu Chenfeng's expression turned gloomy in an instant, because he knew that although he cultivated wind attribute vindictiveness, he had advantages in speed and movement, but now this place is among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family. It is inevitable there will be some more terrifying powerhouses, so Mu Chenfeng must fight quickly. The place where the 2 of them are located is at the bottom of the city wall, and the city wall is not far from the place where the snake man lives, so they are not afraid of being discovered by others. It's just a misunderstanding to break into this place, there's no malicious intent, and I'll leave soon. But before leaving, I have one more thing to ask for. Mu Chenfeng said slightly, our Medusa family and you humans have nothing to ask for. You should go back to where you came from. The enchanting woman's eyes were slightly wrinkled, and she obviously felt an extremely terrifying aura from this man. The strength of this man may not be lower than himself. Even stronger than himself. Since his precious daughter has nothing to do, it is not appropriate to have a grudge with such a strong person, so there is this enchanting woman. Here, it is the charming snake tribe among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family. The charming snake tribe is mainly based on the power of charm and control. Among the 9 major tribes of Medusa, it is also famous for its fierceness. Its enchanting woman is called Mei Ye, and she is a powerhouse in the early stage of the 8-star Do-D. He is also the deputy leader of the charming snake tribe. The leader of the charm snake tribe, named Charm Lan, is an 8-star Do-D perfection level powerhouse, and is also the husband of this Charm Yi. The 2 have a daughter named Mei Ye, who has been gifted since childhood, and is deeply loved by other snake people among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family. What I'm asking, for the powerful among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa clan, is just a little effort. Just tell me, and I promise to leave immediately. Mu Chenfeng said. Mei Ye heard the words, her red lips moved slightly, and there seemed to be some killing intent in the smile and voice of Mu Chenfeng in front of her. It's just that as Mei Ye's red lips moved slightly, a wave that was hard to see with the naked eye slowly radiated out, but Mu Chenfeng didn't notice it. What's the matter? Let's hear it. Maybe I can think about it. Mei Ye said slowly after finishing everything just now, not in a hurry. I don't know where the temple of the Medusa family is located. Mu Chenfeng said, and then his pupils stared at Mei Ye in front of him. The temple? As Mu Chenfeng blurted out, a rare heaviness appeared in the eyes of Mei Ye, who had a calm face. Why is this person looking for the location of our temple? I remember that a few months ago, the leaders of the 9 tribes and the Medusa Snake Guard jointly opened the temple once. Although the action was extremely obscure, I think someone must have entered the temple. If you want to enter the temple, the minimum strength is probably the level of Do Xian or the true blood of the Medusa family. But the only little girl in the clan has cultivated to the level of the 3-colored swallowing python. Who is it that entered the temple? I asked Mylan before, and it seems that he looks flustered, and seems to be very afraid of the one who entered the temple. Mei Ye's beautiful eyes moved slightly, with those long eyelashes very moving. Sorry, I don't know about that thing. Mei Ye was surprised, but she didn't panic at all. After all, although the man in front of him was extremely terrifying, this was the base camp of their charming snake tribe. Even if the leader was not there, the strong were still like clouds. Xinya 81 Zhang Wian Wang U, Kai 8, approximately 1 ZS, Co M, that's offended. The last trace of expectation in Mu Chenfeng's eyes disappeared instantly, replaced by terrifying killing intent. Since the negotiation failed, then you can only offend, Mu Chen said softly, because he knew that the grievances between their Xuanling royal family and the Medusa clan were extremely huge. If the snake man who entered the temple really gained the inheritance power of Medusa, then facing their Xuanling royal family, I am afraid that only an end. Destruction. If the Xuanling royal family is destroyed, then their worship of the Xuanling royal family will naturally bear the brunt, so this is why Mu Chenfeng is not hesitating to kill one of the 9 tribes of the Medusa clan, the charming snake tribe. To cross-examine the reason for the location of the temple. Humph, humans are really not good things. Mei Ye snorted coldly, and then his body trembled strangely. With the trembling of Mei Ye, Yu read www. Some small snakes on Yukanshu. Kam's body suddenly disappeared, but at this time, Mei Ye's deep-seated charm was exuding. It turned out to be the charming snake tribe among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family. It is rumored that the charming snake tribe is very good at charm and control, so let me come down and see if it is as true as the rumors. With the appearance of this cyan vindictiveness, the space within a few meters around Mu Chenfeng trembled slightly, obviously unable to bear the terrifying vindictiveness of Mu Chenfeng. 8-star Do D's midterm strength. Mei Ye said in a low voice, and after speaking, her red lips spit out a little, and suddenly, a Do Qi with extremely strong corrosive power floated towards Mu Chenfeng. Trick of the worm. Mu Chenfeng saw the thick fighting Qi attacking him. Without the slightest panic, he shouted loudly, and then the fighting Qi containing extremely strong corrosive power blocked Mu Chenfeng 3 meters away out of thin air. Humph, do you think this is the end? Break me. Mei Ye twisted his waist like a water snake in the sky, then laughed. As Mei Ye's voice just fell, the thick fighting Qi that was blocked by Mu Chenfeng 3 meters away suddenly exploded. Not good, Mu Chenfeng shouted loudly, and then secretly regretted it in his heart. Every one of the Medusa clan is a master of poison, how could I forget it? Ask for tickets. Ask for a monthly pass at the end of the month. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 451. It's too late, Mei Ye said flamboyantly. Snake explosion. The next moment, an extremely terrifying corrosive force instantly exploded from the energy 3 meters away from Mu Chenfeng's body. The sky exploded, causing the terrifying energy that was originally 3 meters away from Mu Chenfeng, and green liquids could be seen everywhere. These green liquids just exploded and spread out, and then whatever it was anything, as long as it is touched by this emerald green liquid, instantly turns into nothingness. This poisonous miasma is so terrifying. In the distance, Mu Chenfeng said slightly. Just at the critical moment, Mu Chenfeng directly displayed his body fighting skills, and combined with the wind attribute fighting Qi to increase his speed to the extreme. He just avoided Mei Ye's terrifying blow. It's just that Mu Chenfeng's figure is extremely embarrassed at this time, because the cyan wind attribute of the body protector is actually corroded by Mei Ye's corrosive power at this time. If this Mu Chenfeng was 1 step slower, terror would be seriously injured by this terrifying power of corrosion. This human being is not simple. Mei Ye opened her red lips slightly, and was extremely shocked. Because of the speed that Mu Chenfeng showed just now, I am afraid that some of the powerhouses in the later stages of the 8-star Do Emperor have never had it. Bastard! Why is the powerhouse of this snake race so terrifying? If it was just slowing down, I'm afraid. Mu Chenfeng stood in the sky, staring at the Mei Ye below. At the same time, Mei Ye they are also staring at Mu Chenfeng, and the two are so deadlocked. 5 kilometers away from the place where the two fought, in the depths of the charming snake tribe, in a rather ancient house. The house is quite old. Obviously there is a lot of dust, but in this house, there is an extremely ordinary atmosphere. The two old men, a man and a woman, were quite old, and their faces were already wrinkled. A slight wave appeared in the wooden house, and then the pupils of the two old men slowly opened, but the pupils were snake pupils, and the snake pupils seemed to have a different kind of power. This should be a message from Mei Ye. The male old man opened his mouth slightly, then waved the ball of light directly into his hand, while the other female old man on the side had a calm expression. What? Ye seems to be in trouble. After sensing the information in the light group, the old man slowly raised his head and said, "Haha, the 8-star Do Emperor just wants to break into my charming snake tribe. These humans are too ignorant of us." Another female figure said angrily, "Yeah, we're all getting old. We can't break through the current shackles for 100 years and 1,000 years. I'm afraid that the next time the catastrophe comes, it will be the time of our fall. I just don't know if we can survive until the little baby who entered the temple comes out. Having the bloodline power of the 9-colored sky-swallowing python, this is the first time I have seen it since ancient times. If I can pass the inheritance in the temple, I can't say that my Medusa family can emerge a peak powerhouse." The male old man said with some vicissitudes, "Let's go out and see what happened to Xiao Ye." After the two finished speaking, they left the house with each other's arms. As expected of the powerhouses of the charming snake tribe in the early days of the 8-star Do D, Mu Chenfeng had just avoided Mei Ye's venom all over the sky, and said in a deep voice, then his eyes rolled quickly, obviously thinking about something. The two have stopped for a while since the fight just now, and they are also fighting. As the saying goes, as soon as a master makes a move, he will know if there is any. Mei Ye and Mu Chenfeng had just fought each other, and there was a shocking killing intent. Although the strength of the two was only one level apart, the battle was extremely terrifying. Damn it! Why did this human man break into my snake-human race for no reason? I still want to know the location of the temple. What the asterisk are you doing? Mei Ye was secretly surprised, and then Mei Mu stared at Mu Chenfeng in front of her. At this time, a blue-colored Do Qi slowly appeared on Mu Chenfeng's body. With the appearance of this Do Qi, Mei Ye couldn't help but tremble in his heart. Obviously, the strength of Mu Chenfeng in the middle stage of the 8-star Do Emperor made the snake human charming snake. The deputy leaders of the tribe felt a little uneasy. "I didn't intend to hurt you, but because of the urgency of time, I offended you." Mu Chenfeng spoke slightly, and before he finished speaking, the terrifying mid-stage strength of the 8-star Do D on Mu Chenfeng's body was undoubtedly on display. After being stalemate for so long, it is inevitable that the strong man of the snake people will be disturbed, so Mu Chenfeng must make a quick decision. Seeing this, Mei Ye bit her lips, because a strong sense of oppression spread over Mu Chenfeng instantly. The technique of transforming the wind judge. Mu Chenfeng shouted loudly, and the blue fighting spirit all over his body surged instantly. The next moment, the space around Mu Chenfeng instantly became chaotic, as if it would collapse at any time. Then all the fighting qi on the body emerged in Mu Chenfeng's hand. At this moment, an extremely dazzling light was born in his hand, and then Mu Chenfeng didn't hesitate, and his figure moved instantly. The next moment, he suddenly appeared beside Mei Ye, and took a picture. This speed is said to be late, but that is fast. Mu Chenfeng slapped it with a palm, and the chaotic space around him suddenly made a trembling sound. "What a terrifying wave," Mei Ye said in a low voice, feeling a death-like wave from Mu Chenfeng's attack near Chi. The figure of Mu Chenfeng instantly appeared on Mei Ye's Shenglong, and then he used the power of 9 bulls and 2 tigers to swipe at Mei Ye, who was below him. The skill of transforming the wind judge has just appeared. A handprint of energy hundreds of feet appeared from the sky out of thin air, and then fiercely swung towards Mei Ye below it. The huge handprint brought monstrous power, and a terrifying coercion pressed down as if the sky was collapsing, and the terrifying pressure instantly filled out, causing Mei Ye to bite her lips. Humph! Mei Ye's hands are fast, and he just found out that Mu Chenfeng's speed is extremely fast, and he also has a plan in his heart. Do Qi emerged all over his body, and the strength of the 8-star Do Emperor in the early stage was revealed, and then his beautiful eyes narrowed slightly, facing the huge energy handprint that was oncoming. At this time, Mei Ye's pupils are very ordinary snake pupils, but what makes Mu Chenfeng feel strange is that Mei Ye's eyes narrowed, and he actually felt an invisible coercion from his heart, such coercion, as if it came from the depths of the soul. The coercion of soul power, from a certain point of view, will only appear because of the power of the bloodline of the beast, and will not appear among humans at all. This is what makes Mu Chenfeng the most strange. The power of Mei Tong. At the next moment, Mei Ye's eyes closed suddenly, then opened suddenly, and then a very special power burst out from his pupils in an instant. From Mei Ye's link to pupils www.novelmtl.com, 2 strands of pink energy emerged, and then they went away to the huge energy handprint that whistled towards them. These 2 pink energies started out as 2, and then merged into 1, and a mighty aura emerged from the pink energy. If Xiao Yan were here, I am afraid that facing this pink energy would also be quite difficult. Because this power is not real fighting spirit, but the soul power that attacks the soul. The distance between the 2 is getting closer and closer, and the pink power seems to be trying to collide with the huge energy fingerprint in the sky. What kind of power is this? Mu Chenfeng just saw the pink power, his pupils shrank tightly, and then an unbelievable look appeared in his eyes. After that, Mu Chenfeng didn't care about the 2 colorless transparent energy handprints and a pink energy that were slowly approaching in the sky. Mu Chenfeng was still surprised when 2 forces in the sky collided abruptly. Xinya 81 Zhang Weian Wang U, Kai 8, approximately 1 ZS, Coem, but a strange scene appeared. The huge energy fingerprint and the pink energy seemed to penetrate each other. The huge energy fingerprint went straight towards Mei Ye, and that pink energy whizzed away directly towards Mu Chenfeng. Mu Chenfeng's pupils shrank, then lost his voice, the pupil of the charming snake. Are you Mei Ye or Mei Lan? Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 452. Bastard, I didn't expect this woman to be the deputy leader of the charming snake tribe among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family. No wonder he has the strength of the 8-star Do D in the early stage. I should have thought of that. Mu Chenfeng blamed himself. There are 9 major tribes of the Medusa family, each tribe has a leader and a deputy leader, and the strength of the 2 is extremely terrifying. As soon as the words fell, Mu Chenfeng didn't have time to think about it. His whole body was full of vindictive energy, because what Mu Chenfeng was in front of at this moment was the pink power that passed by his handprint of wind inspecting hand energy. This pink power suddenly emerged from Mei Ye's pupils. Although I don't know why, but since Mu Chenfeng's pupils stared at the pink power, a trembling from the depths of his soul suddenly appeared in Mu Chenfeng's heart. Damn it! What kind of power is this? Do Qi is not obeying. Mu Chenfeng cursed secretly. It's just that no matter how Mu Chenfeng swears, the vindictive energy in his body seems to have lost his control, and the only thing that can be mobilized is only 30% of the power. Mu Chenfeng, who was in the middle stage of the 8-star Do Emperor, knew that if he could only mobilize 30% of his strength to resist Mei Ye's full strength blow, then it would be tantamount to hitting a stone with an egg. I didn't expect it to be Mei Ye, the deputy leader of the Mei Ye tribe. It's really fate. Just as Mu Chenfeng felt a wave of death permeating his heart, he just wanted to show his desperate means, and a big hand instantly placed on Mu Chen. Above Feng's shoulders, a majestic breath appeared, a black and white vindictive aura, instantly dispelling the pink vindictiveness in front of him. Dushan? Mei Ye exclaimed, a wave of fear flooded through his heart. Because the moment this voice appeared, the aura in Mei Ye's body trembled faintly. This kind of fear only comes from the absolute suppression of strength. On the other hand, Mei Ye was not feeling well. The attack strength of the wind judges that Mu Chenfeng displayed was probably as strong as the full-strength attack of a mid-stage 8-star Do D. Her pupils condensed slightly, and then a terrifying power emerged in an instant, and with an all-out blow, the energy fingerprint was smashed abruptly. Time is running out, so don't waste time. The old man who was approaching slowly spoke up. But beside the old man, there was a woman behind him. The next moment, a terrifying force that made the small world around the city wall tremble instantly spread out from the old man's body. The person here is the deputy head of the Dragon-Loving Legion, Yi Mo. A rank 5, rank 9-star Do D powerhouse. Damn it. Mei Ye bit her lips slightly, and then her red lips were tightly closed, because a terrifying force of life and death appeared instantly on the old man in front of him. This kind of power of life and death, although not as good as a real fighting immortal powerhouse, but at least a terrifying powerhouse who has stepped into the 9-star fighting emperor level can have it. 9-star Do-D, even in their charming snake tribe, there are only a handful of them. Xinya 81 Zhang Huiyan Wang U, Kai 8.1 ZS, Ko M, I'll ask you one last time, where is the location of your shrine? Mu Chenfeng calmed down when he saw Yi Mo coming. Yi Mo snorted coldly, then the breath all over his body shook, and it spread out instantly. An invisible shock wave directly caused Mei Ye to spurt out a mouthful of blood. The blood was extremely scarlet, exuding deadly toxins. Mei Ye raised her hand slightly, and wiped the blood from the corner of her mouth. A wave of fear emerged spontaneously. Cough cough cough. The 9-star Do-D strong. Really strong. Sighing slightly, Mei Ye seemed to have made a decision, and the monstrous aura was bursting out. At this time, countless small snake shadows appeared around Mei Ye. Although these little snakes it is extremely illusory, but without exception, each body contains extremely terrifying energy. The Do-Chi snake shadow and snake eyes stared at Yi Mo tightly, and then Mei Ye immediately became vigilant. At the moment when these vindictive snakes appeared, the space around the sky trembled slightly. With this appearance, it is obvious that he is ready to go all out. Give it up. Yi Mo closed his eyes, and then the power of life and death suddenly waved out, attacking Mei Ye on the side. The power of life and death is intertwined, and the two hesitate to strike a thunderbolt, hitting Mei Ye directly from the ground. The speed was extremely fast, and in a blink of an eye, time came to Mei Ye. What a terrifying power of life and death! Mei Ye exclaimed in surprise, and then a trace of solemnity appeared in her pupils. The next moment, Mei Ye turned into a huge snake shadow, and then under Mu Chenfeng's surprised eyes, he brought the countless fighting spirit snake shadows around him to confront Yi Mo's power of life and death. Boom boom boom! The terrifying power of life and death and the power of that Mei Ye touched together. The next moment, the power of life and death is like a fish in the water, moving freely under the shadow of the snake in Mei Ye's sky. This power of life and death is so terrifying. Mei Ye in the serpentine state secretly said that she was not good, because with her current strength, she was unable to deal with this mysterious 9-star fighting emperor. Shabu! The battle in the sky only lasted for a few seconds, and then the force of life and death hit Mei Ye abruptly, and Mei Ye's huge snake body suddenly fell from the sky, as if a meteor fell rapidly. Cough, cough. Mei Ye was attacked by the power of life and death, and the huge snake body was already extremely embarrassed, with countless large and small scars. Medicine Corps, hurry up, the movement just now may have alarmed the strong men of the charming snake tribe. Yi Mo shouted loudly. As the voice fell, the figure behind Yi Mo moved slowly, and then came to Mei Ye in the next instant. Don't move, the black woman said softly, and then the huge soul power in her body emerged instantly. Then he went to the frantic perfusion in Mei Ye's brain. Mei Ye is powerless now, and he just fought Mu Chenfeng on an equal link to footing. www.novelmtl.com has already consumed a lot of vindictive energy, and after adding Yi Mo's Juxing Do Emperor level, the terrifying power of life and death made Mei Ye quite weak. At this time, Mei Ye was slowly lying in a big pit that was several dozen meters long, letting the Medicine Corps use its soul power to probe into his mind. With that kind of feeling, the feeling to Mei Ye is that they seem to be looking for something. Elder Yi, I found it. Time passed by, and after a while, the woman covered in black said excitedly. Old Yi, let's go quickly, otherwise when the powerful men of the charming snake tribe arrive, we won't be able to go even if we want to go. Mu Chenfeng said when his goal was achieved. Will your soul power entering her body like this have any effect on her? Yi Mo asked abruptly just as he was about to leave. Old Ye, no, I just used some secret methods to probe the memory of the temple, and I didn't move the rest. So Elder Yi can rest assured that this will not have any effect on her. Yaxin said slowly, then, let's go. Yi Mo heard the words, turned his head and glanced at Mei Ye, who was lying in the giant pit. A bottle of good healing medicine was thrown at him, and then he no longer hesitated, and directly go to the wall. They must leave. Elder Yi is really kind. Mu Chenfeng and Yaxin said in their hearts. This mysterious powerhouse is so strange. Mei Ye was also a little stunned by the sudden scene of this old man. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 453. Cough, cough. Mei Ye quietly lay on the ground, and then glanced at the snake man not far away with some difficulty. That is his own daughter. After a little hesitation, he directly swallowed the healing medicine given by the mysterious old man. Just after swallowing it, an extremely pure power flowed through Mei Ye's limbs, and Mei Ye felt that her strength was recovering quickly. Among the snake people, due to racial reasons, the rare profession of alchemist cannot be born. In addition to the hostility with humans, the snake people have always been extremely scarce for medicinal herbs. Daughter, are you all right? Mei Ye regained some strength, got up and returned to human form, and then walked towards the unconscious snake man on the ground. The complexion is stable, the pulse is normal. Mei Ye opened her mouth slightly after investigating carefully. As the girl was fine, Mei Ye's heart was put down. It is said that a loving mother holds a thread in her hand. A wandering child wears her clothes, her children suffer and suffer, and it is the parents who feel the most distressed. Mei Ye hugged the girl gently, and then walked towards the tribe's base camp, whispering in the corner of her mouth, "How can there be so many mysterious powerhouses breaking into our Medusa clan? The soul power of the woman just now was so terrifying. I am afraid she has reached the Emperor realm." The location of the temple. What are these humans doing? No, this matter must be told to the 9 major tribes as soon as possible. Otherwise, a 9-star fighting emperor and 2 8-star fighting emperors are no joke. After Mei Ye finished speaking, he quickened his pace, but beside him, 2 forces, one black and one white, silently swept across the place where Mei Ye passed, chasing after the 3 Yi Mo who quickly fled. "Old Yi, why are you here?" "In the sky," Mu Chenfeng said slightly. "Because I'm worried. Although your kid's strength and temperament are quite good, after all, this is the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family, and the strong are like clouds." Yi Mo said. Hearing this, Mu Chenfeng couldn't help feeling warm. No matter what he said, this old Yi was the deputy head of the dragon-loving legion, and he was well-mannered and loved by the people of the Xuanling royal family. The 3 of them hid their figures, and just when they were preparing to escape from the tens of meters of city wall of the charming snake tribe in the sky, an accident occurred. "Be careful. I feel that 2 extremely terrifying auras are rapidly approaching us," the Silent Corps said. Yao Xin, ranked 9th in the Dragon Addiction Legion, a strong person in the early stage of the 8-star Do Di, but her other identity is a 2nd-rank Emperor-rank alchemist. He, I didn't expect even the 2 of you to be alarmed." Yi Mo heard the words and took off the cloak that was covering his face, revealing a rather handsome face. With clear corners of the eyes, thick eyebrows, small eyes, and a rather curved mouth, even Yi Mo's face is still as handsome as he used to be. "HMPH, I think who has the courage to break into our charming snake tribe? It turns out to be an old man like you." A dissatisfaction instantly appeared in the sky. With the appearance of this voice, all the snake guards on the city walls guarding the charming snake tribe raised their heads. This is actually a black and white emperor. These 2 are the killers of our charming snake tribe. Although the strength of the 8-star Do Emperor is only complete, but the 2 joined forces, I am afraid that the ordinary 9-star Do Emperor will not be able to eat and walk around. The snake guards patrolling above the city wall kept talking. There seems to be only a slight difference between the 8-star Do Emperor consummation and the 9-star Do Emperor, but there is a world of difference between the 2. "Humph, old man, this time, I broke into my charm snake tribe without authorization, and injured my tribe's deputy leader. I don't know how to settle the account this time?" The old woman took a step slowly, and the sky-shattering aura instantly emerged, almost pressing Yi Mo. "Just follow orders." With a wave of Yi Mo's palm, he immediately dissipated the invisible coercion of the female old man. "Haha, after hundreds of years, you have actually stepped into the 9-star Do Emperor." The male old man on the side said with some envy. "Remember when we fought 100 years ago, the 2 of you were already 8-star Do Emperors, but now you have only broken through to the level of 8-star Do Emperor consummation. It seems really." Yi Mo shook his head and did not continue. "Sometimes I really envy some of the unique advantages of your human beings." The old male said. Although the words are not finished, Yi Mo is clear. Human beings are uniquely endowed by nature. Since ancient times, there have been many talents in the cultivation line, and there are many people who finally reach the peak of power. However, for snake people or Warcraft, the promotion of strength is tantamount to reaching the sky, and Warcraft has been around since ancient times. Being bound by the heavens and the earth, every breakthrough in evolution will lead to a huge catastrophe. Under the calamity, there is no life. A piece of ashes. This can be seen from the fact that the peak powerhouse of the Golden Dragon King almost fell under the calamity. Although the strength of the two of you is only a complete 8-star Do-D, I won't take it lightly. So, be careful. After Ye Mo finished speaking, the terrifying power of life and death instantly emerged, and an aura that made both black and white emperors feel uneasy filled their hearts. Elder Yi's strength is really getting more and more terrifying. Yaoxin and Mu Chenfeng looked at each other, and directly opened some distance, so as not to be affected by the fluctuation of their battle. I fought with the two of you 100 years ago. I don't know if I insist on leaving today. What do you two think? Ye Mo said, with a very arrogant aura in his voice. Xinya 81 Zhang Weian Wang U. Kai 8.1 ZS. Koem, Humph. Break into my snake tribe without permission, kill without mercy. The old female shouted angrily, and the next moment, the monstrous aura of the black and white emperors burst out. Actually, I vaguely touched the threshold of the 9-star Do-D. With time, I'm afraid your charming snake tribe will give birth to two supreme powers. Ye Mo looked at the black and white fighting spirits on the two of them and said, the two emperors, black and white, refer to the two powerhouses in the charming snake tribe. The two of them, a man and a woman, had a tacit understanding since childhood, and they knew how to strike together. The black and white fighting chi on the two of link to the www.novelmtl.com is not the power of life and death, but the fighting chi that they have cultivated from each other. They are all cultivated by the poisonous fighting chi of the snake people, but the fighting chi they cultivated has mutated, so it is now black and white. Why don't you leave? Just as the black and white emperors and Ye Mo were at a stalemate, a slightly coercive voice echoed directly in everyone's ears. With this echo, an extremely ugly face appeared in the pupils of the black and white emperors, even on their faces. Zan, King Xuanling. The black and white emperors felt the flame-like red fighting energy, and the next moment, they blurted out abruptly. Let's go! Ye Mo heard the words, and immediately stopped talking to the black and white emperors. He took Yaoxin and Mu Chenfeng by his side and skipped the tens of meters high charming snake tribe city wall, and then disappeared without a trace. Trace. King Xuanling, what the asterisk are you doing? Both the black and white emperors were furious, but this King Xuanling was already a strong 9-star fighting emperor, and he didn't know how many turns he stepped into, adding that Ye Mo. 2 9-star fighting emperors. With such a lineup, I am afraid that many sects in the entire Xuanxian Santian will not be able to come up with it. It's just a matter of time. After speaking, King Xuanling's voice disappeared instantly. At the same time, outside the charming snake tribe, King Xuanling suddenly opened his eyes, then sat up and patted the dust on his body. Let's go. I already know the location of the temple. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 454. Let's go. After King Xuanling finished speaking, he stood up instantly, and then left to face Ye Mo and the three of them in the distance. Seeing this, many strong men behind them followed. Let's go. After a while, Ye Mo and the three of them joined with King Xuanling. Yes, the crowd responded. Be careful, the strength exposed in this charming snake tribe will inevitably disturb the entire 9 tribes of the Medusa clan. Xuanling King Zaidu said solemnly. Although there are 11 of them on this trip, and the weakest one is also in the early stage of the 8-star Do-D, the 9 major tribes of Medusa must be extremely terrifying to be able to stand in a stalemate with their powerful Xuanling royal family for thousands of years. Heritage. Even King Xuanling was dispatched. What are these people trying to do? The 2 emperors, black and white, thought in their hearts. No, I have to go back and discuss with Mei Ye, and I have to notify the other 8 tribes immediately. The strength of the 2 9-star fighting emperors is probably unmatched in the entire tribe. The female old man said, and the 2 disappeared directly above the sky above the city wall. Since the black and white Xuangdi and King Xuanling did not fight against each other, they were frightened away by their aura, so the snake guards patrolling in the charming snake tribe didn't take it too seriously. The city wall has returned to calm, but at this time, the charming snake tribe is already under extremely tense alert. It's almost there. Not long after, a group of people appeared in the desert, headed by a woman, and a black-robed boy with a heavy ruler on his back, which was quite attractive. It was the coyote who spoke. After the group of them took out the water source from the desert oasis, and waited for Yan Xiao to refine the medicine pill, they came here non-stop. This place is 5 kilometers away from the charming snake tribe. With Yan Xiao, the terrifying alchemist's soul power disguised, the snake guards patrolling the city wall are also difficult to detect. Are we going to cross this city? Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes moved slightly, and then she raised her head with a bit of bitterness, and a huge city wall dozens of meters high appeared not far away. That's right, it's here. If we pass through here, we are very close to the destination of our trip. Tang Tang took out the sheepskin map and said, I actually want to traverse this charming snake tribe. An 8-star Doe Emperor, a 7-star Doe Emperor, plus 2 6-star Doe Emperors, and 3 5-star Doe Emperors. If they all want to cross this charming snake tribe, then the illustrious name of the Medusa clan is too illusory. The old man Dashui on the side said slightly in his heart. Senior, thank you for taking us into the depths of the desert. Now is the time to separate. Youth Deshan said to Tang Tang. Then let's go, but I still have to remind you that it is already deep in the desert, and you can see the powerhouses of the Medusa family everywhere. Tang Tang said, N. Hearing this, Deshan Dashui stood up instantly, and then headed off in a certain direction. Are you gone? Yan Xiao said slowly. Well, let's go. Tang Tang said slowly. I have a question. I don't know if I can ask it. Tang Tang said in a low voice. Let's talk. Xiao Yan returned to his normal appearance after the two of them left. The reason why I just used a black robe to cover it is to not be recognized by this Xuanshan. You seem to be at odds with the Xuanling royal family? Tang Tang, as the head of the Bloodblade mercenary group, has extremely old eyesight. Along the way, they met quite a few snake people. Although most of them were solved by the scarred man, from beginning to end, this Yan Xiao never took a shot. And Tang Tang could see that the reason why this Yan Xiao was wearing a black robe was because of these two people. That's right, Xiao Yan said casually. Although I don't know why you have some friction with the Xuanling royal family, I have to tell you that the background of the Xuanling royal family is far beyond your imagination. Tang Tang said solemnly. Well, thanks, let's think about how to solve the problem in front of us. According to my perception, in the city in front of me, there are no less than 3 hidden auras alone. These 3 breaths are only stronger or weaker than you. If you want to go across it, it's like a fool's dream. Is there no other way? Xiao Yan said after a careful sense. No, this is the closest road to our destination, and it's the only road. I got this information at the beginning, but it cost a lot of money. After Tang Tang finished speaking, her complexion was a little painful. Obviously, the so-called price made her feel so powerful as an 8-star fighting emperor. It must be extremely precious. Things. The tribe in front of me is called the Charming Snake Tribe. Among the 9 major tribes of the Medusa family, although it is not ranked in the forefront, its strength should not be underestimated. In the Charming Snake Tribe, the leader has the strength of the 8-star Doe Emperor's perfection level, the deputy leader has the strength of the 8-star Doe Emperor's initial stage, and there are countless other hidden powerhouses. Wu Yu, a man with a scar on the side, pointed slowly. A spot on the sheepskin map said, 8-star Doe D is complete. Is the 8-star Doe D in the early stage? Xiao Yan murmured. Besides that, you have to be careful about the charm of this charming snake family. It is said that in the ancient times, there was an amazing powerhouse in the Medusa family. The petrified pupil of Medusa emerged from this tribe. Wu Yu continued. Yes, Xiao Yan responded, and then his eyes rolled quickly. I don't know how to break through this. If it is forced, I'm afraid it would be extremely unwise. Xiao Yi frowned on the side. Obviously, the 8-star Doe Emperor consummation and the Snake People powerhouse in the early 8-star Doe Emperor period, Ling Xiao Yi couldn't help it. There is a bit of pressure, after all, whether it is Xiao Yan or Mu Yingying, with Xiao Yi's character, if something really happens, she will definitely not give up on any of them. Although the Charm Snake family is extremely terrifying, at night, their sight is blocked, and their power will be reduced to the greatest extent. At that time, we will use the black cover to break through overnight. As long as we break through here, we can almost say that we have reached our destination. Tang Tang said, that's it. Xiao Yan nodded after hearing this, and then looked at Xiao Yi and Mu Yingying beside him. At this moment, Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes moved slightly and she stared at Xiao Yan fiercely, which made Xiao Yan feel quite strange. As for Xiao Yi's words, she looked around with a harmless face. Then take a good rest. As soon as the evening arrives, break through the charming snake tribe. Wu Yu, when breaking through the charming snake tribe, he will protect Xiao Yan at all costs. If he has any losses, I will ask you. Tang Tang said coldly. Yes. The scarred man didn't get angry and responded. After all, this is not the first time for the members of the Bloodblade mercenary group to cooperate with each link to other www.novelmtl.com. The division of labor and tacit understanding between each other are not comparable to ordinary people. Several people slowly opened up a place to rest hidden under the desert, and then directly rested in it, waiting for the night to come. Xiao Yan was on fire, refining some medicinal pills to restore vindictiveness. What's the matter? Xiao Yi just sat down and found that Mu Yingying's brows were raised, looking very charming. Xinya 81 Zhang Weian Wang U, Kai 8, approximately 1 ZS, Coem. It's alright, it's just that my eyelids have been twitching recently. Maybe something big is going to happen. Mu Yingying said with dull eyes. Don't worry, there is my big brother. Xiao Yi smiled slowly. Speaking of which, you should be a fire elf. Fire elf is a wonder of heaven and earth. Why are you willing to follow him? Mu Yingying whispered, maybe it's because he's my eldest brother. The eldest brother for a lifetime. Xiao Yi said with relief, and then in his mind, the scenes that happened on the Do-Chi continent continued to emerge. The Jinglian demon fire and fire spirit is reborn. Erasing the intellect. Getting to know Xiao Yan, many difficulties. Fighting Soul Heavenly Emperor, Do-Di continent. Acquired the inheritance of the ancient Emperor Tuwash, was born with wisdom, and turned into a human form. The birth of his little Yuo elf can be said to be fantastic. Here comes the fire spirit. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter.